Alright guys, welcome to my channel. We are going to create a Valentine's Day look in 3, 2, 1. So I've already gone ahead and done my eyebrows. For that I use Anastasia Beverly Hills, the Dip Brow Pomade in the color dark brown. It's going to go ahead and save us some time. Right now I am going to clean them up. I am using the concealer by Maybelline. The Master Conceal in the shade 10, which is fair. I'm also using the Real Techniques detailer brush to go ahead and clean them out. I know right now it kind of looks too white for my skin, but don't worry about that. It's going to get blended. At the end, it's going to create kind of like a, I want to say highlight underneath the brow bone. Not so much, but I only use this concealer certain types of looks that I'm going to create. Other than that, I like using the LA Girl concealer in the shade Creamy. I will use that concealer later on in this video. I'm going to go ahead and blend that out with the Real Techniques blending brush, kind of just dabbing it into your skin. No harsh lines, nothing for the concealer to crease. I go ahead and do this just because it has worked out for me. I have tried, however, some of the different eyelid primers, but for right now this is what works for me. I'm going to go ahead and set that with the Coty Air Spun Extra Translucent powder. It's one of my favorite powders because it does the job. It's pretty affordable. You can get it anywhere from Walmart, Walgreens for about $5, if not a little bit more. So moving on to the next part, I am going to start off with the Anastasia Beverly Hills Prism palette. I am going to go ahead and use the color Eden. The brush is from Urban Decay Naked 3. I also like to use the brush Emax, which is this one that I'm using right here. I got it from Amazon, I believe, which is pretty cheap as well. And I apologize, guys, that was not the color Eden. It's actually going to be the color Lure. So we're just going to go ahead and blend that out on the crease. Nothing too crazy. Kind of just dabbing it. Now I'm going to go ahead and use the color Eden with that brush that I mentioned from Urban Decay Naked 3. Kind of just starting to dark up the lid, preparing for all the pinks to come in. So yeah, just kind of over the lid on the crease, adding a little bit more, dabbing it on. I really like this palette. It has some pretty neutral colors as well as some shimmery, some darks, a little bit of everything. So once that's all kind of just blended out, I like adding a little bit more just because it is a soft color itself. So yes, moving on, I am going to look for some colors. This palette right here, guys, is a palette that I do not know the name of. It was a gift given to me by one of my sisters. I've had it for years, but I never knew that I had these pretty colors. So this palette is what gonna help me get the pinks in there. I don't believe I have another palette that has pinks, so for right now this will work. I'm using the Emax brush again to kind of throw pink in there. I'm kind of putting it all over my lid, but as well a little bit under the crease, just to give it a soft look, nothing harsh. So yeah, pink, pink, pink. A little bit more. This is also one of my favorite brushes, guys. It's pretty tapered to the where you can get the color wherever you need it, on the lid, on the crease. You could dab it on. It makes it a little bit more of a darker color. Sorry guys, looking for my other palette, my other brush. Yeah. So now what I picked up is the color Saturn from that Anastasia Beverly Hills Prism palette. I used this brush that I'm using right here is from Morphe. I will put it down below on the details. I'm not quite sure right now what number it is, but yeah, we're gonna kind of just set that Saturn color where the crease of my eye is. It has orange tones, but it's blending real good with the rest of the other eyeshadows that I have put. We're also going to use some glitter in this, so pretty excited for that, guys. I'm actually looking for my glitter. Where's my glue? So right here that I just put a little dab on my hand, that's going to be some of the Nyx Glitter glue. I'm also going to use a liner brush from our Urban Decay Naked 3 set of brushes. I kind of just create a line as if I was using a black eyeliner. I'm not too much of a big wing type of gal. I just like something simple. This right here can sometimes become tricky. You just have to have a lot of patience and keep adding a little bit glue. That way when you set your glitter, it'll be beautiful. So kind of just, oops, got some on my eyelash. You kind of want to see where that wing is going to take you. You want to let that sit for a little bit. So I'm going to go ahead and put it on my other eye. Also start creating that liner effect. And don't worry, guys, it doesn't have to be super perfect. The glitter's still going to look pretty. So yeah. Once again, nothing crazy for me, but I'm trying to do a little wing on the side. Just because it's going to be a light shade of glitter, so it is going to be different than what the eyeshadows I have going on my lid. I'm going to use the Nyx Glitter. It's in the shade GL02, and that is the color Rose. I'm going to get another brush from the Urban Decay Naked 3 set, and that's just to put my glitter on. It could be any kind of brush, something that's flat and that's going to pick up glitter really good. You might want to practice beforehand to see if the brush is actually picking up the glitter, because if not, it's not going to work out. The glitter will stay on your brush. So you kind of just want to dab it. If you feel like the glue is still tacky, you might want to wait a little bit. But just follow along from where you created that liner with the glue. Kind of just dab it on there. And it might look messy, but just wait until we clean it up. It's going to get on your eyelashes for sure. But just try and either get a spoolie to take that off, or you can take it off with your finger, whatever you prefer. So, like I said, it might be looking crazy, but at the end it would look pretty. With this Nyx Glitter, it is a little bit on the light side, so you are going to have to pick it up a couple times. Doesn't mean it's going to come on all crazy. My preference is the JCat glitters, but I don't have a JCat glitter that is gold. I mean, that is rose, so I'm going to go ahead and use this one. But you do have to pick up product a couple times. Nothing fancy, something just simple. Might look crazy, but when the cleaning process begins, it'll look nice. You kind of have to keep adding glitter to the spots where you notice that there's glue but no glitter. So sorry guys. So I'm gonna use the Neutrogena wipes. I used to not use these a while back, but one of my really good friends introduced me to these wipes, and now I am in love. So therefore, we're gonna grab a wipe. We're gonna go ahead and start cleaning the edges of our eyes. maybe on your whole face. I apologize for the mirror being in the camera. I'm so sorry. So you want to go ahead and wipe underneath your eye. Maybe some of the glitter is still stuck to your face. On the sides, you want to get that sharp edge. With me, it's so simple. This is my 1, 2, 3 steps. I used to do the tape. You tape it to the sides of your eyes and then you can get the same effect. For me, this has worked out. So it's kind of just going from the edge of your eye out to your eyebrow to be able to get that sharp effect. So as you can tell, it's kind of coming together. We still need to do the eyelashes, mascara, everything. Want to get a brush and kind of just brush through your face, dab it, and see if you have any leftover glitter, because this will affect the way your foundation looks. So now we're gonna go ahead and prime. I'm gonna use the Porefessional from Benefit. I like to prime my face with that. It works for me. I know there's a lot of products out there where you can prime, and I just believe each and every one of us have a different taste, a different primer that we like. For right now, this is my favorite. I also like to use the NYX one, which I will probably use in another tutorial. So you kind of just want to pour it into your hand and then dab it into your face, rub it, whatever you like. And I'm sorry guys, my face looks red, but that's just the undertones of my skin. Once we put foundation on, it'll look better. You want to put it where your T-zone is at, where you get most oily. For me, this primer has really helped in a way that it doesn't make my face as oily as it used to before. So this Porefessional primer has really helped. Next step for me, while we let the primer just kind of set on your face, is we're gonna go ahead and curl the eyelashes, prep them for the falsies. I like this curler. I got it from Tarte. It was when they had like their holiday sales. It was only like about 18. I mean, I don't really know what the price of it itself is, but I said, what the heck, let's try it, and I really liked it. So now we're moving on to the next step. Sorry, my bun looks messy and these antlers are not helping, but okay. So moving on to foundation. This is my absolute fave. I'm just stuck to this. I feel like no other ones are gonna work. Falsies are also gonna come on. Those are the LA Colors in the style Dolly 973. This foundation, guys, it's in the shade 06 from NYX. I just apply it with my finger. That's the best for me, because then we're gonna go ahead and blend it out with my blender. I know it might look too yellow for my face or too dark, but my face is just really pale, so therefore I have to get a dark foundation so it can match the rest of my like neck and body. I know it's gonna look crazy right now, but don't judge, please. Once blended out, you guys will be on the same page with me. Okay. So what are we doing next? Looking for my stuff. Sorry guys, should have been more organized. Okay, so after applying the glue on the eyelashes, I like to use the glue, the Kiss brand. I'm not sure. I think that's what it's called. Yeah, I mean, I call it Kiss. You can find this at Walmart. I think now already it is starting to sell it. It only runs about $2.89. It's my favorite. Believe it or not, when you try to take off your falsies at the end of the day, your lid will suffer for a bit because the eyelashes will still be on your lid. So you kind of just want to apply that as close as possible to your eyelid, to where your real lashes start. These are my favorite. I have a lot of favorites. I know I've been saying this is my favorite, this is my favorite. But these lashes right here are pretty natural. They might look crazy from the side, but they go with the natural look. So now I'm going to use this blender. It looks funky, but that's because it's from Ulta. It's the Ulta brand. I don't know. I like it. I mean, between the Real Techniques and this one, I mean, yes, obviously the Real Techniques is way better, but this will get the job done. So I believe it's only about $4. So sorry you guys, I was interrupted by my son. So yeah, we're just kind of blending out the foundation. Make sure we don't have any patchy spots. See, my foundation looks okay. Even though at the beginning it might look crazy. Kind of just blend it out into your neck. So as you guys can tell, the look is starting to come together. I am personally one to just do my eyes first and then my foundation. I have seen different tutorials where girls do their foundation first, and hey, that's fine if that works for you, Gucci. But for me, it just seems like I like to do my eyeshadow first. I don't know. I mean, if you have some fallout when you're applying glitter like this instant look, then hey, you can just brush it off, wipe it off, whatever the case is. When you do your foundation first, it's gonna be a little bit harder. I have seen girls who put and start baking underneath their eyes, then do their eyeshadow. Hey, if that works for you, then that's fine. Not the case for me though. So just kind of blending it all around the eyebrows and your forehead. Once again, just go over your whole face, just, you know, to make sure everything's evened out and blended out. So dab, 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 dab. Dab into your skin. Make that foundation look flawless. Okay. This is a concealer I'm talking about. It's LA Girl Concealer in the shade Creamy Beige. This I like to use to highlight or just even to cover dark circles. When I don't get enough rest, I will get dark circles. I like to kind of conceal right there at the corner of my eye where the glitter eyeliner stops, just to make it a little bit more sharp. There we go. And then your whole eye look will become a little bit more sharp. Just take in mind, guys, this is one of my very first videos. I am not a professional. I didn't go to school for this. I am a self-taught person. I do believe that in order to get that message across to everybody, not everybody has to be a professional, I feel like. And hey, if you like my looks, cool, and if you don't, then I'm sorry. I'm not a professional, but I try my best, and I try to give tips to you know, my friends and girls out there who follow me on my Snapchat, my Instagram. But like I said, I'm no professional. That doesn't mean I can do cool makeup. Okay, so anyway, that's enough ranting. So back to the process. So we are going to kind of just blend that concealer out underneath the eyes, on the sides where you kind of made that eye look sharp. Make sure everything is blended out. I am not a really big fan of baking, but I will tell you one thing. Setting underneath your eyes with a lot of powder product can sometimes be a plus. The rest of my face, I don't really bake, but underneath the eyes for me is important. It'll help your concealer not crease. It'll help it, you know, come out smooth. This Coty Air spun stuff smells bomb, as you can tell. So we're gonna get a old, well, not an old, but a used beauty blender. It could be dry, damp, whatever you prefer, and then just put that powder underneath your eyes. So yeah, and then while you're at it, you can just put it on the side of your noses. It'll help you take that dark effect from the side of your nose between the crease of your cheek and your nose. Sometimes girls tend to have, like, you know, a dark spot there. I am one of them, so that's why I like to put the powder there. And then just anywhere else that might have that leftover product with a sponge. So we're gonna let that set for a little bit. We're moving on to bronzer. I'm going to bronze my face with this Urban Decay bronzer in the shade Bronzed. A lot of bronzer. Okay, so I'm also going to use this Milani bronzer in the shade Soleil. I think it's Soleil. That's how you pronounce it. I might be pronouncing it wrong, and I apologize for that. So we're going to use a Real Techniques contour brush. Kind of just want to contour along the side of your cheekbone. If you pucker your lips, you will kind of feel where your cheeks kind of go in underneath your bone, and that's where you contour, or at least that's where I contour. And hey, it looks cool. So yeah, I mean, a lot of girls contour different. They contour for different reasons. For me, I don't know, I just like it. It's a soft, natural contour, nothing crazy, nothing using creams or anything, cream contouring. I do use cream contouring once in a while, but, you know, not a big fan. Okay, we're almost done, guys. Bear with me. Now I'm going to grab a big foundation brush, or I believe this is a powder brush. It's from Echo Tools. I just use it to dust off that powder from underneath your eyes. Kind of put it all over your face, like the powder that you took off underneath your eyes. It might still be on the brush, so you can just go ahead and set the rest of your face. So yeah, kind of just make sure that bronze look is evened out. Kind of put some on your forehead. Can create that contour effect. Sorry, these antlers are not the biz. Trying to hide my double chin, even though I know it's not gonna happen, so I give up. I love to eat, so voila, double chin. Anyway, back to makeup. Okay, so just to, you know, kind of blend in my real lashes from the falsies, I'm gonna use the Tarte mascara. It's a sample that came with the eyelash color, and I've learned to like it. At the beginning I was iffy, but hey, does the job, so therefore I'm a happy person. I don't know about you guys, but I am starting to love this look. Alright, making sure everything is okay. No blotches, no uneven stuff on your face. Sorry, looking for my tools again. Okay, I'm deciding what highlighter to use. I have a couple. I mean, I don't have a million, but okay. So before we do the highlighting process, I'm gonna go ahead and put a little bit of color underneath my eye on my waterline. I'm gonna use that color right there. Just kind of place it underneath by your waterline. I used to be a big fan of black eyeliner, like in your waterline, but I don't know, for me it just gets all runny, makes you have a black eye depending on what you're doing in the day. So for me, just, you know, creating that eyeliner effect with a shadow that kind of goes with your eyeshadow look has worked out for me so far. So kind of just blend it. Eyelashes coming off. I may have not put that much glue, but hey. So yeah, just kind of blend that eyeshadow. Nothing crazy, guys. Remember, this is a really, I want to say natural, but I know for some girls are gonna be like, this is not natural. For me, this is natural. I am more of a smoky, dark browns, blacks, dark greens type of girl. So for me right here, this is something soft. Might not be the case for everybody, so we're trying to go not too harsh underneath your eye. I use the Mario Badescu spray, the rose water one. That works for me. Keeps my face from going oily. Okay, moving on to highlighter. I am going to use this highlighting palette from Anastasia Beverly Hills. It's called the Ultimate Glow Kit, and I am using the color Amber Gold. To go ahead and put that, I'm using the Real Techniques. I highly doubt this is a highlighter brush, guys. I don't have the name of it from the top of my head, but I believe it's a, I want to say powder brush. But no, it cannot be a highlighter brush. I may be wrong. I use all different kinds of brushes, guys. Okay, so I think we're almost pretty much done. We just need a couple more steps. Never forget your mascara underneath your eyes. It's gonna just finish off that eye look for you. Something simple, nothing too dramatic, just so people know that your bottom lashes do exist. Okay, so now we're moving on to lips. I'm gonna go ahead and use this Beauty Creation Slippy. It's in the shade hashtag 22 with the name Unforgettable. Looks pretty natural once you put it on, but when it dries and has that matte effect, it will do like a little pinky red shade. Perfect to go with this type of makeup. Alright, I sometimes use lip liner. Obviously I didn't in this case. It just depends, whatever I'm feeling at the moment. Whatever isn't handy I will use. Right now this lippy to go with my little pink eyeshadow, pink glitter situation. So yeah, I like it. Ooh, I'm actually feeling myself. Hey, 1 second and I'll be back. You guys might be like, what the hell? What is she doing? Like, where is she at? But just wait. Just wait, guys. Alright, I think I'm taking a little too long, but I'm getting my hair situated. And I do have long hair, guys. Messy hair for sure. I mean, I should have at least straightened it or something. But okay, so this is the final look. I can say I am not finished after 20 something minutes. I am in love. These pinky shades are not one of a norm for me. Like I've said before in this video, for me it's kind of like browns and blacks and everything, but hey, I'm starting to fall in love with these colors. So oh, look at those poses. Peace out, babes. All right, guys, thank you so much for watching. Please make sure you follow me on my Instagram. Thank you for watching. Please make sure you like, you share, and you subscribe to my channel. Thank you so much, and I will keep you guys posted on my future looks. Alrighty.